The last exclusive poll for what TV Epic MRA conducted was just released minutes ago. And after last month's election, it shows some interesting trends.
They might be bad news for a couple high-profile candidates for president. Here's political reporter Rick Albin.
The survey, conducted November 30th through December 6th, gives us some post-election insight about how people are feeling and what they think 2 years out from the next presidential election. First, how do some of your fellow Michigan residents feel about currently and previously elected officials? For Governor Whitmer, there is some good news. Her favorables, after a double-digit win, are higher than her unfavorables, 58 to 36. President Biden is upside down, though, 50% unfavorable, 43% favorable, and former President Donald Trump is in worse shape after a number of his endorsed candidates lost in the midterms, with unfavorable views at 58% of those surveyed, only 34% having a favorable view. As for job approval, again, Governor Whitmer is faring better than President Biden, with 53% approving of the job she's doing. 45% view her performance negatively. President Biden's job approval is 62 negative, only 37 positive. Looking ahead to the presidential race in 2 years in a hypothetical matchup between Biden and Trump, Biden wins 47 to 43, but there's no good news for either of those potential candidates when it comes to them running for president in Michigan. Of the 600 people surveyed, when asked Donald Trump or some other Republican should be the Republican nominee, 70% said it should be some other Republican. Only 18% preferred Trump. A sitting president coming off a better than expected election cycle will fare better, right? Wrong. Ask the same question, should President Biden or someone else be the Democratic nominee in 2024? 71% said it should be someone else. Only 17% supported Biden. So what does all this mean? 2 years out, with only Donald Trump having announced formally that he is running, there appears to be a lot of space for challengers for the Republican nomination. On the Democratic side, though, it's trickier. If President Biden runs, it limits the number of Democrats that would challenge a sitting president in their own party. Think Teddy Kennedy in 1980. On the other hand, if Biden decides for whatever reason not to run, you'll see a repeat of 2020 with a field of candidates that will easily go into the double digits. That will play out in the next few months, and we'll be watching it closely. Back to you.